welcome back to another episode, Group Chat. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
And we back.
Since you are here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at WePod_WeChat. Hey, ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Great.
Good.
All right. So
Let's jump
today,
into
let's
it.
jump right into it. So
Spicy.
what we're going to discuss today is after a breakup, do you believe that you could still be friends with the person that you broke up with?
I don't want to kick it with you, roll with you, skate with you, nothing.
Yo, you watch too much TV, sis. Too much.
And she was on beat.
Yeah.
If it was a song, she would not been on beat.
I feel like we don't have to hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say be friends, that I talk to my friends on the phone, I hang out with my friends, I go places, you know. We could be cool. It don't gotta be no smoke. Like if I see you, I'm gonna say what's up. And it also depends on the way we broke up. If it was amicable, you went your way, I went my way, it's fine. But if I had to bust your windows out, you know, key your car, throw your clothes outside.
Toxic trait.
Stuff like that, then yeah, no, I don't want to kick it with you.
Probably best if we just...
Yeah, probably best if we just go our own separate ways. I personally think that, you know, some relationships end for a reason. We're not good to be friends. We're not good to be in a relationship. We're not good to be anything. But then I do feel like we have those other times where, you know, we're good as friends. We're just not good together. We can still be friends after we, you know, separate. But we have to be able to keep that and not cross those boundaries. We can't just go from being together to now we're friends with benefits. So if it's done, it's done. For me.
For me, I don't know about friends. We could be cordial. Because when you think of friends, like you said, we talk on the phone. Oh, you want to go to the bar? You want to go out? You want to go with me to the mall? No, none of that. I don't care how we broke up. We not doing none of that. When I see you, oh, what's up? How you doing? Da-da-da. How your family? And that's it. It's nothing more to say. Unless you like, oh, this is my girlfriend. Oh, how you doing? Like, it's nothing more for us to talk about. But I would definitely speak to you when I see you, or depending on how I feel.
I'm like, oh, that's who you with?
Oh, my God.
You know you want to see the next one, like, oh, that's it.
Okay, I guess.
Like, okay. Then you go to the table, girl, you see that? But no, I feel like I could be cordial, even if it was bad. Because what I'm at for, I'm not with you. I don't care no more. At that point, I'm not holding on to no bad blood towards you.
We separated for a reason.
There you go.
You her problem now.
I agree. I don't believe that we can just default to being friends. And I feel like a lot of times people do that because you still want that person in your life. It's like, okay, well, we ain't together.
That was very...
That's true.
Food
You want
for
something.
thought.
You can't get it all. You
Food
want to
for
settle for a
thought.
little
I
bit.
feel like
Right.
that's just the way of them. You still trying to have like a little leverage in their life and still have like a little bit of access. But I feel like when you break up, it needs to be like a clean break. Like we need time like up all the way apart to have like moved on with our lives, and then it's like, okay, when I see you, oh hey, how you doing? A little bit of small talk, something like cordial, but nothing like we're not about to be friends. Like I can't hang out with you. And even if we do get to that point, like years in life would have had to happen
decade.
before we even get to that point. And I feel like a lot of times, like when people break up, they're like, oh, but we could still be friends. No,
but what do that
can't.
look like though? How can we be friends?
Right.
After you done crossed so many different friend levels, like how
But
can
a
we
lot
go
of
back to being
times,
friends?
I feel like a lot of times you try to rationalize it like, well, we did start off as friends, so we
That's
need
an
to.
excuse.
Yeah, of
Cross,
course
once
it
you
is.
cross that
but
boundary.
I feel like the underlying reason is because you still want that person in your life. Now it's like, okay, well, we can't be together in the relationship realm, or we don't have a title, but you're still a part of my life.
Or a lot of times too, I feel like that's just the reason for you to keep me and somebody else.
Exactly.
So you make that excuse like, we're friends, but I don't have no loyalty to you.
Right.
I can still go and do what I want to do, and you know about it, but you can't get mad because we just friends.
And reality is, I feel like a lot of times it's better for them when it happens that way.
Right.
It's like it makes it less stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now that we're just friends,
I could do what I want.
I could do whatever I want to do, and if you say something, you don't have no right to say something.
You can't get mad.
So I done alleviated the stress by saying that, okay, well, maybe we should just be friends, or I don't want a title, whatever the case may be, but you're still my friend, so I still have access to you, but I'm running and doing whatever I want to do. So I'm actually having the best of both worlds. Yep. And 9 times out of 10, if y'all was sleeping together, you're definitely friends with benefits. So it's like, now I really got the best of both worlds, because I still have sex with you. I can still talk to you. I can still rely on you. You still come around, but I can still go here, there. So that's why I feel like it's just the excuse to still have that person, string that person along in your life.
I agree.
Is breakup sex a thing for y'all?
Girl, yeah.
How many times? How many times?
Wait, what is that? Like you break up and go back?
No, like you like, I need closure. Can you come over so we can talk?
Let me tell you something. Closure is a trap. Closure is a trap. You don't need closure. You do. Just move on.
Because that closure, something going to happen. You either going to get pregnant on closure or some bullshit about to happen.
That door and come on
and lock it. You don't need closure. No, I feel like
I meant closure once you come inside.
To me, I feel like closure is one of those conversations that a person feel like they need to have so that you can kind of know how bad this impact me. Like, I want you to feel some type of way, so whatever I'm saying to you could kind of pull you back into me. That's what I personally feel like closure is.
So I'm thinking closure is a respectful way to tell you why I'm leaving.
I'm thinking closure is the last time we have sex before we go off to be with somebody else.
Wow, and that's why closure, I feel like that's
this
why
is 3 different closures.
But I feel like a lot of times that's why closure turns into sex, because those emotions are so high. You saying how, oh, you did me wrong, but damn, I feel like I'm going back into my life and reaching.
But I picture mine. I'm sitting at a restaurant or something. He's just telling me like this, and you in the bedroom and you
on the phone.
I'm probably
in the living room
somewhere.
Right.
But no, I feel like it depends on the relationship when it comes to closure. I feel like all relationships don't need closure. Some shit is just what it is.
But what is closure though?
And during the relationship, they just was holding on to it, but you need that official.
Exactly. I need that official. But even when you get that official, I feel like sometimes you're trying to convince me to come back or something. It's like, so are we really, is this
But
really
what if
closure?
he not trying to convince you to come back? He just telling you nicely why he don't want to be with you.
No, that's fine. But
that's
I'm saying
real
from
closure.
No, that's real. That's
the real closure.
Oh, you talking about hood closure?
Yes, like, could you come over? You left your side.
Yes, I'm
gotta
talking
talk
about the closure
this.
that, like you said, that you end up pregnant. That type of closure. That's that closure.
That toxic closure.
But a real closure conversation, I think it should be like you said, Tanya. It should be like we going our separate ways amicably. Like, I just want to make sure it's no bad blood on your end or my end. I don't have no ill feelings towards you. I wish you the best, whatever. I feel like that's a real closure conversation. But I also feel like all of your relationships don't require closure.
No, I agree. I don't think so either.
If
once you said it's done, it's done.
It's just we don't need to have no type of closure. If I see you later on in life and it's like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? We're going to be cordial because I'm just that type of person, but everybody don't deserve that sit down.
To me, it takes too much energy to be angry with an ex.
It does.
That requires too much space, and I don't have enough space to be mad at you over something you did 25. Like, come on, like, it's over. If it's done, there's no point in still being mad at you. Like, I'm not walking around still mad at this person. Like, no.
So, do y'all feel like you need to take that time to heal from the last relationship?
Absolutely.
What if I'm not broken?
Don't even put. I don't.
What if I'm not broken?
But,
a lot of times my healing start in my relationship, because I start healing right when I feel like I don't want to be with you no more. I'm working on me, because once I leave you, don't say, oh, she just jumped right to the next person, because baby, no, I'm healed. I don't have to work on me.
But some people, it depends on the breakup. Like, if he be like, oh, because of you, now you want to self-reflect, like, well, did I really do that? Because you don't want to take it into your next relationship.
Right. So, but what I'm saying, as far as not from what somebody else could tell you, I'm talking about for you, your own personal self, before you go on and to move on into another relationship. You know how people be like, oh, you moved on so fast, you just broke up with him last month. I personally don't feel like you need to wait a year before you move on, or 6 months. Girl, I'm healed. My problem was him. I got rid of the problem, or her, or whoever. I'm healed. I'm good, and I'm on to the next. I feel like people make it seem like you can't move on to the next relationship if you're not healed, whatever that looks like for you.
Because sometimes you kind of go back into the same type of relationship. Like, if you left a bullshit relationship, you about to jump back into another bullshit relationship. Why? Because where did you give it time to grow? Where did you water that your next relationship?
When I started with him, I left that one, and then I'm moving on to this one. My whole thing is, I don't feel like it requires like a time frame. You know how if you break up with somebody, and they're like,
I need 6 months.
I need 6 months before I start dating again. I need 6 hours in the phone. That's it. I'm healed. I don't have to wait.
Baby, you going in your top 5?
That's it.
I don't know. I would say
I need a little time.
For me, I feel like I feel like it depends on the length of the relationship that you were in. What type of relationship were you in? Was it a type of relationship where we were together for years, like our lives was kind of, intertwined together? So it depends. Now, if it was just a situation where it was just like we were just dating, like it really wasn't that deep, like you was my man, but if it was one of
situationships,
something like that, I feel like in that situation, if you move on, honestly, you wasn't really that committed. So you moving on and dating somebody else is kind of expected. Like you said, like what are you kind of healing from? Because you really didn't dig deep enough to dive into that relationship.
For me, I think a lot of people stay in relationships until they're broken down. They have nothing else but to heal. You're staying in this relationship longer than you should have. So now you have to do a bunch of healing. If you leave it when you initially knew it wasn't working or it wasn't what you wanted it to be, then you don't have that much to work on. You don't have that much healing to do.
But that go back to that sense of I could fix it. It's going to work out. It's going to fix itself type of thing.
I'm not going to say in certain situations you do need to heal from. I've been in relationships where I had to heal from. And then I've also been in situations where I need to detox from. Now, detox for me is I just need time to kind of remove the routine that I had with you, maybe certain ways that I was with you, because the next person I deal with, I can't deal with them like I deal with you.
Right.
Yeah. So it's that detox phase.
I like that phase. I like that detox phase.
Like for me, it's like a detox. If it wasn't that for us, but it's like I'm used to talking to you every day. I'm used to seeing you a certain time, or I'm used to us being a certain type of way with each other, certain jokes, certain ways we were with each other. I need to kind of cleanse myself of that, because when I bring in this next person, or me and this next person start clicking, they have to have, that open space, and I have to have that open space mentally, emotionally, and everything, so welcome them and not compare them to the next relationship or whatever. Now, the deeper relationships where I had to heal from, my healing took a long time. Like, it took
longer than you should have.
Exactly. And I'm the type of person where I have to, and it's bad for me, but I have to, everything has to just be completely, I have to have exhausted all of the areas, because when I'm done, I'm done. So that's kind of bad, because like you said, it do break you. It break you, and you burn yourself out, you drain, and then that build up is harder because you're building yourself up from kind of ashes in a sense, from that relationship, right? So it's like that healing part it's a journey. But I've enjoyed it.
Rediscovering yourself.
Because you're rediscovering yourself without that person. Yeah. And what your life looked like without that person. Because when you're in situations, it's like you kind of think of, okay, what would it look like if we had kids, if we got married? And some people, you're preparing your life for that. It's like we were looking at houses, we was looking at certain things. It's like, so now I have to rid my mind of all of that stuff. I had to rid my expectations and everything from okay, now it's just me. I have to rediscover what do I want in my next relationship. And then in a relationship, whatever it is, you wasn't always perfect. So it's like, what can I do different in this relationship? What boundaries can I set in this relationship so that it won't happen, and whatever happened there won't happen in this one?
Well, you do have a point when you put it in that perspective, Keita, because it do make sense. Sometimes when you overexhaust yourself, they break you, you do got to build yourself, redefine yourself for your next relationship. And not all people like to bounce back and go into another pointless relationship.
Yeah, I don't even mean a relationship. I mean, when the next phase is dating or something. I'm not saying go you dump him today and you go with somebody else tomorrow, because then you start looking for parts of that person. And
but
your new
sometimes
person,
dating is exhausting too. Like,
girl, as the single one in the group, baby.
like now you gotta prepare yourself. What I'm gonna say? What I'm gonna do? What if he look like? Like if it don't, it's like you mentally gotta prepare
you gotta
yourself.
like, what's your favorite color?
Yes. Now you're going back through this interview process,
and that's exactly what dating
Right.
becomes. It becomes an interview process, but it is exhausting.
It is.
It's exhausting, and I think that's kind of.
It's not fun. Like you get to go on dates, you get to meet new people.
I have more. I'm gonna be for me. I have more fun dating myself. Because I meet different, like
you
when I
want
go
to be a lady
out,
with a cat, just say that.
I am a lady with a cat.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
You don't want to
Don't do
stay
that.
a lady
Don't
with
do
just
that.
a cat.
But you know what? But to be honest, I'm the lady with the cat because I know I'm gonna be a wife, right? But I have to prepare I have to prepare my own self. And like a lot of times I think women, we get hung up on he didn't choose me, or it's because nobody wants me. I'm preparing myself for what I want to be. Like, I know I'm going to be a wife, but I also know, like, in order to receive that blessing, it's certain things that I have to do within myself. I can't rely on that from an outside source of a man of what he don't do.
Come through, wifey. Come through.
If you can't work into the realms of, like, what my boundaries are, then I'm just not subscribing to that shit. Y'all should subscribe to, We Probably Chat, but certain things I'm just not subscribing to. And I think once you become secure in yourself, it's like you're okay with saying, all right, this don't serve me. It just is what it is.
But that goes back to me saying, like, if you leave long before you've exhausted everything, like you said, you exhaust everything, all avenues. Like, save something for you so you don't have to always start at the bottom. Start from ashes. Start, from where you're mentally drained, physically drained. Like, don't allow someone to take everything from you, and then you gotta rebuild it.
But that's easily said than
it's
done.
very easier said than done. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, I feel the process or the transition from one relationship to another would be easier if you left with something.
Yeah.
No,
like,
you're right. You absolutely right. You absolutely right.
Like after one of the last situations that I dealt with, like some years ago, that broke me down like that, I promised myself I wouldn't get that low. Like Yas just said, I promised myself that I wouldn't exhaust myself that much.
Right.
Like, I could give like my all and put all my effort into it, and when I walk away, it's like, well, I did all I could do. But I'm not putting all of
without
who
feeling
I
burnt,
am,
right?
Without being burnt out. It's like at the end of the day, no matter what I do, I still am who I am,
right?
And I recognize who I am. So it's like you took that, like the relationship is over. I feel sad, but at the end of the day, I know who the fuck I am.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
So it's like, but it's been situations where I had to find out who I was.
So that's
like,
what I was referring to when you said, "Oh, I got to find out who I am now that I'm not with him." Yeah. Like, you should know who you are while you're in that relationship.
But sometimes I feel like it's better when you got to reintroduce yourself.
Yeah, no, allow me to reintroduce myself. Yes. For real, absolutely.
That glow is different.
Yes, it's different. Once you build your
be different.
Hello,
like,
yes.
My wig different all the time anyway. So
just in case you forgot, I'm about to show you something.
Every other week. He really good with that.
Sometimes I don't always think it's a bad thing to redefine yourself. Like, okay, we do stay too long in certain relationships, but baby, that build up, that glow up is priceless. Like, nobody can take that away from you.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I do feel like you need to be beat down to be built up.
I disagree.
I feel that way.
I get what you're saying.
Not like
you gotta be beat down by a person, but
not like that.
Life. No,
life. For me, the reconstruction of myself did come out of like the destruct, because I feel like your dopeness
came after your darkness.
Yes.
And your dopeness, that's what I'm saying. You probably wouldn't have discovered that if you wasn't in your darkness.
Right.
Yes. I honestly, like, the phase of being, I feel like I go through transitions in life, even outside of relationships, where it's like something is broken or something is, and then I have to build it up. It makes me appreciate the process. It makes me see what I need to do differently. It makes me see like, okay, well, you are great. You just need to be greater. It challenges me.
Yes.
So even outside of that, it's just like, even in, it could be career, it could be whatever the case may be. It's like at some point, it's like, okay, I'm broke, but this is my, my wilderness. This my spiritual talk. Like that's my wilderness. I need to be in the wilderness and be stripped of everything so that I could, when I come out, I could be, yes. That junk is I'm telling you, it's
that's just like a butterfly when they go into that cocoon and then they come. Yeah,
like you have to be stripped of certain things because you can't take that into the next phase of your life.
Yes,
everything that you like
come through. Keita preach, Keita preach.
What do you say when the therapist speaks? Okay. No, but you have to be stripped of certain things in certain ways, certain mindsets that can't go with you everywhere. I can't have the same mindset I had 2-3 years ago, honestly, and still try to be certain things. It's just certain ways. Like, of course, you are who you are as a person, but it's just certain ways that when you want to do certain things, you have to think different. You have to be different. You gotta move different. So sometimes you gotta be stripped and just sit into those isolation moments or those moments where you feel like, damn, like, okay, what am I gonna do? In order to be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, all right, this is the game plan.
I feel like I said before, I feel like everybody should go into a little darkness.
We all do. Some
everybody's darkness is different.
Some of us acknowledge it, sure. And others of us just don't. Like, but I think you gotta make. It's not that you have to make the best of your darkness.
Okay.
Because we all go through those moments where it's like we feel like lost, confused, and I feel like those moments when you feel like that the most, that's when something dope is about to happen. Like you're being pushed for something. So it's like, when you're in those dark moments, you just have to make the best of those moments. And a lot of times people don't. They sulk, they be sad, they feel pity, they feel like self-pity.
They go through depression.
Like, so you're saying embrace your darkness.
Why me?
Embrace it.
Absolutely. Because in that darkness, I'm telling you, you only could see like the stars are bright when in the darkness.
Okay.
Cheers to that, Miss Rhythm and Wine.
I ain't seen the star in the room. Shut up. You
trying to get a collection plate. Yeah, she's trying to make a collection plate.
We got no singles for you, sis.
Hallelujah.
It's the word today. That Rhythm and Wine coming through.
We just had a little move
on a Saturday. It's a Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, my days run together. I don't know.
So, once you do like break up, whatever the case may be, right, with that person, do you break up with their family also?
I feel like it depends on the circumstances. Okay. If their family truly love you for who you are and want the best for you and not rooting for y'all to get back together, then why not? Because that family became your family outside of him. Because to me, from my experience, you built a relationship with that family outside of him. In certain situations, yes, you do meet their family when you meet them. In other situations, you meet their family outside of them before you even meet them. So that's why I say it depends on the circumstances. If that family became your extended family, why walk away? Because sometimes most extended families stand up quicker for you than your real family. So if it's like that, I think you should keep it.
Fuck his family. As I sit here with his family. Well, of course, for me, I don't think that if you break up with the family, because I have broken up with my man and I stayed with his family.
She broke up with us for a little bit, but she couldn't leave us alone.
Because my new family stuck with me. My new family stuck, baby.
I was in my darkness. So I had to cleanse and look at the stars and all that other stuff Keita said. But I genuinely feel like Tanya said, I'm the epitome of everything she said. Like, I met them before I met him. When I left him, they were still there. If we ever become apart again, they'll still be there. So I don't feel like I have to exhaust all of my relationships with the people that I have, built them with along the way just because our relationship did not work out. Now, does it get a little sticky around holiday times when you gotta come and be around their family and you don't want to see him or be with him or he bring his other person? I was still there. I genuinely value the relationships that I, got along the way. So I wouldn't say, because I ain't with him. Now, if I didn't have that relationship with y'all,
then I
absolutely, agree. Fuck his family. Absolutely. Like him and his family and a pony that they rode on. Like, I do not care. But because I have, you build your own relationships and as adults, or from us, we grew up from kids to adults together. We went through different lives together. I've experienced more things probably with you guys than I did in my relationship. And that's just a part of life.
But for real, no, I do. Like you said, you build real friendships with family, like with your ex family sometimes.
Yes, with
and
people in
sometimes
general.
those are your friends that's meant to grow through life with you. Because not necessarily they being messy or saying, oh, y'all need to get back together. Oh, come over because nobody's doing all that.
As long as that family don't pick sides, if you don't choose, I won't choose. So like that makes it easier for me. If you stay neutral and you don't, you say what you want to say, yeah, because you have an opinion. Of course, that's your family. Then yes, I respect your opinion. I don't ever expect anyone to just like, oh, I don't care. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay neutral, because you do talk to your family. You give them your opinion, and your family value your opinion. But don't let me feel it. Don't let me feel it, because if you start to choose, then I'm gonna pick for you. I'm
what you mean
remove
choose?
Myself. Like, don't let me feel like you're choosing his side over mine,
and you're not trying to hear me.
Yes, exactly. Like, you only want to say, oh well, my brother said, da, da, da. Girl, I don't care what your brother said.
My brother said.
Yes, exactly. Come ask me if you really want to know. Get both sides of the story, and if you decide that you agree with one side more than the other, then you take that opinion and you put it in your pocket. Don't let me feel it. Don't let him feel it.
But that's how it works, though.
You have to stay neutral. Yeah. That's the only way a family can continue, being friends with ex-mate, is if they're staying neutral. Everybody's minding their business.
I was just about to say, my uncle always said, mind your business.
Mind your business.
Don't got nothing to do with you.
I do agree. I agree. Like, I agree that those connections has to be genuine. Right. If they were built, because a lot of women go into people's families like, oh, I want to meet this person, and
they want to be in so bad.
They want to be in so bad. Like, I've never been that type of woman ever. So it's like, if I build a relationship with your mom, your sister, your cousin, whoever, that's a genuine relationship, because I value my relationships. And it's like, that's a relationship that we built amongst ourselves. It didn't have anything to do with you. I might have met them because I was with you, or like you took me to their house or something like that. But if we connected, that was because it was something that happened on our own. So I'm okay with that. Like, we can still be cordial. We can still be friends. I feel like I will have like a little bit of barrier in between, because it can't be like, I don't want to be at every holiday. If we not together, it's no need for me to be there. If it's a special occasion and you want me to come through, or whatever the case may be, then that's fine. But I just don't feel the need to be at everything. I would love the fact that they will welcome me, and that's cool, but I just don't want to be at every party. Like, you can't dance at every party. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there with you and her. Like, because then it becomes a thing where it's like, okay, but can I bring my person? And then it's like, if y'all really love me, and it's like, y'all welcome me, it's like, okay, like, yeah, that's whatever, but can I bring my person? Like, are we all... Am I your family like you say I'm your family?
Absolutely.
But what if they be like, yeah, bring your family. Bring your person.
If they say yeah, then that's cool. But even still, like, how does my person feel? Like, if
I was just about to say how he's going to feel.
If I'm in a relationship, like, how he feels about me being a part of their family, which is like, because a lot of times we try to go into situations where it's like, all right, these people gonna be, regardless, I don't care what happened, you're always gonna be a part of my life, you're always gonna be. But when you take somebody in to be a part of your life too, their feelings matter. So it's like, if he says, all right, well, I don't mind popping up here and there, but all the time, like, I don't even want you to go on your own all the time. You can, certain holidays, occasions, birthdays, milestones, whatever, yeah, but all the time, like, nah, Keita, I'm not with
you. You gotta respect it,
and I have to respect it. And it's like, if they love me, they'll respect that too, because I would share that with them. Like, it's nothing ill or malice. And if y'all really accept me like y'all say y'all do, y'all gonna understand, because I'm not gonna like disrespect my relationship. That man done moved on with his life. Y'all done accepted whoever he with. It's like, okay, y'all gotta show the same grace.
I feel like, when your ex family genuinely love you, when they accept you and your other. Mate.
Exactly.
Like, open arms. Like, oh, tell such and such come to dinner. Oh, tell such and such. Oh, where he at? Like, they have true concern about you in your new relationship. Now, when they be like, well, I don't know, because that's my son.
Exactly.
And I
that's
can't
you
choose.
Picking the side.
Yeah, then
that's
it's like,
picking the side. So now I know
you
I
really don't really rock with me like
really.
you said.
Right.
It was just beneficial when I was with your son.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But why would you care? Because your son shouldn't care. Because I don't care who he with.
But mothers always feel like, I don't want to go against my son.
Too much.
Yeah, I don't want to go against my son by liking her new friend. Like, how you going against your son? They left. They're
Right,
not even
your
together.
son don't even care. Why do you care?
But that's the issue. The son do care.
I was just about to say that.
The
He
son
acting
care.
like
he's trying to act like he don't care, but you care. So it's like, all right, now I'm trying to protect my son, but trying to fake show you that I still care.
I feel like when he put so much emphasis saying he don't care, he really do low key care.
Yeah.
Because you're going too hard to say I don't care. I don't care.
Right, I don't care. You trying to convince him?
Yeah, who you trying to convince? Me or her? Like who?
Him.
Right.
Right. I think it changed the dynamic changed a little bit too when kids is involved.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a lot of it.
Yeah, you have to be. Well, you don't have to be a part of that family because you could drop that kid off and go.
Deuces.
Yes.
That's his family. Like he has to be a part of that family. It was just fortunate enough for me that we was both able to come and still be around and still, get to reap the benefits of, me being there, his father being there, his family being there. He was able to see it on both sides. So for me, I think that when kids is involved, it makes it a little bit more, touchy. But if you don't care and he don't care, like it's the problem comes in when you're like, oh, I don't want my kid around X, Y, and Z, so they can't go around your family.
Right.
So that let me know you're still trying to hold on to something that's no longer there. Something. Yeah, you're still trying to hold on to that piece of control. So you're able to, have those boundaries set. You're able to, set the table or sit at the table with that person because there's no hard feelings. So you being around the other person's family shouldn't be a problem because you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, it's probably not a problem for you. It's always a problem for the new girl.
That's her issue.
Like, let's be honest. If we gonna call a spade, it's always a problem. Like, why she here? Why she can't drop off the kid? Like, it's always their issue. Like, I don't feel comfortable with her here. Like, your family already attached to her. Like, they trying to get their feet in the ground.
Yeah.
You better have some bigger shoes.
And sometimes they just can't feel it. They always try to push the ex out just so they can feel comfortable in a space that they're not wanting.
But I feel like an ex being around shouldn't dictate your relationship with the other person, family.
But that's how that person may feel.
Oh, well, that's her insecurity
because
that she's dealing with.
It's an insecurity,
that's her insecurity
and then it becomes
like
because it almost looks like
yes,
like I feel like she's blocking me, but she already had this relationship, and I'm here, and I'm trying to build a new relationship with them. But the focus, like I know they have history, but what about me?
What about you?
In certain situations like that,
to me.
Baby, we've been shooting since we was in the gym.
At the end of the day, like what's meant to be will be.
Right.
Whether you guys break up, you separate, the relationships that came along, some stick, some don't.
And it's okay.
And that's okay.
That's true. And like
that, I mean, I hate you.
Is reasons, seasons, or lifetimes.
Exactly.
Maybe that was just my family for that season.
For that season, right? Like he was my man for that season or reason.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you live and you learn, so you'll know the next time you won't befriend his family.
The next relationship I'm going to fuck his family. I ain't doing this again.
Like I'm dating you, I don't care about your family.
It depends on. I think it does depend on the family. Like I've dealt with families didn't like me.
You did?
Yes, they did not like me at all. Mama, sister.
So is that a you problem?
It could have been. They love the other girls, so I don't know if it was a me problem or them problem.
Oh.
It could have been maybe they was just used to see. You know how sometimes you just used to seeing
somebody.
It's like now you're trying to bring this other person in.
Yeah, and now that person can't come around
now that I'm
no more.
older, it's like, okay, I kind of understand the dynamic, but at the time, I used to be on some like, I'm not dating your family, I'm dating you.
Right.
And it's just like, but realistically, if you're with somebody, you want that to be cohesive. You want to be able to be embraced by the family. You want the family to welcome them. So, I mean, that's why those situations got to be genuine for me. I can't fake and be like, oh, hey, mom. No, good and well, I don't like you. Like Miss Felicia, go sit down. Like, no.
Sit your dusty ass down.
Not like, dusty mother.
That's why I can't be fake for me. So if I'm still cool with somebody, mother, sister, whatever the case may be, like,
it has to
that's
be
that's my family.
So we cheers and we all agree. It depends on the circumstances of the family. Clink, clink, clink.
So wait, your son is getting old enough to start dating, or probably is dating. What type of mother you gonna be? You gonna be that type of mother that be like,
because that's baby Casanova.
I'm not about to be fake with you. Don't come in here, hey mom, I'm not. No, Like I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna just be, if it's a girl that I just feel like it's the same way. I feel like I would do it the same way. If she comes around and it's a genuine connection, then cool. If she come around and y'all know the ones that come around, hey ma, just and it's just extra, like, girl, go sit down. I don't like that. Like, don't try to befriend me because you dealing with my son. Then the first time y'all get into an argument, fuck your mother. I'll beat your
mother the fuck up. I'll beat your mother.
Like, see how I done got into
like,
it.
yeah, nah. And so we gotta keep it genuine.
Right. So he's not allowed to bring multiple girls home?
Nah. I'm not a fan of that. Even as a boy mom. Like, no.
All right. Well, let's cheers to that.
And we'll say that for another discussion.
Let's cheers with our rhythm and wine
for a whole nother day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at WePod_WeChat.
Yay.
Clank clank. We did it.
Before we go, I want to shout out Riz.
Hey,
shout out to production.
She's not gonna get on the camera, y'all, but we gotta shout her.
We love her.
We love her. She's trying to leave us, but she ain't going nowhere.
Storm. Like, when we first met her, she was the quiet storm.
The whole the life of the podcast. Like, she
hold
makes sure everything
together.
works, and we just want you to know that we love you. We appreciate you, girl, because you be holding us.
Yes, we be a messy and Riz make us look good every time. Yes. She started us from day one, so.
And we made her laugh even though she came with a straight face.
Yeah, she's an artist. And she's sensitive about her shit.
Cheers to Riz!